welcome
to
our podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
What's it called?
It's called Raw.
Raw. The Raw podcast.
Yeah. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And this is Dave and Paul's podcast, the Raw podcast. We're going to keep it raw and keep it real.
Keep it unedited?
Yeah. Well,
we're
probably going to edit.
We'll see what happens.
I'd say so. I'm not going to put some of this on live on the air.
No mistakes and all our ums and ahs.
So let's have some brief introductions. What do you think?
Yeah, let's explain who we are and what this is all about.
Yes. Who are you?
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, who are you?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'm Dave. Am I going first because I'm closer to the start of the alphabet?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I'm Dave. Dave McClelland, or David McClelland if you're going to do internet searches.
Yeah. Always good to Google.
David McClelland Photography is my businessy kind of name. I'm a photographer and
professional.
Yeah, professional.
Weddings mainly.
Primarily.
Okay.
And the odd other thing.
Yes. Whatever comes your way, really.
I'll take it all on.
Any work you can get.
I'll take it all on.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I'll take it too. I'll take your work if I could take it.
You probably do take quite a bit of my work.
Sorry about that.
Thanks.
So I'm Paul, Moat Hill Photography, and I'm a professional wedding photographer as well. And we've decided to do a little podcast to talk about our, stuff that we're interested in, like technology and photography and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe we should go through our mashup, how to create a professional podcast.
Yeah, we'll give a bit of background, I guess. So we have been thinking about doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
at least a week.
Yeah. 5 days?
I'd say so.
Yeah, 5 business days.
Yeah. I'd say the past year or two we've been thinking about doing something like this because we talk a lot on Voxer. Voxer is like an app. Do you want to tell?
It's not like an app, it is an app.
Well, it is an app, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is like an app as well.
The Walkie Talkie App, they call it. And we're on Voxer every single day, which is a bit sad, but it's not really. It's good.
It's like having your best mate right beside you, even though you live a bit apart. So we Vox each other and we talk about everything that's going on.
We're like those two guys
really.
in Big.
What two guys in Big?
The two kids.
Oh, yeah.
They're talking to each other on the walkie-talkies, even though they're just in the next door house and they look at each other across the window. It's a good job we're not living in the same estate.
That'd be weird.
Yeah,
we'd
resort to like tin cans on a piece of string.
It's like sometimes when we've been out somewhere and we're heading off, it's like, okay, see you later. Okay, Vox you in a minute. Okay.
Just in the car here.
Yeah, hey, good day, wasn't it?
Yeah. So basically, it's just an app where you can send little voice messages and the person can hear them in real time. So it's almost like being on a never-ending phone call.
Yes, but you don't have to say hello, goodbye, how are you, all that sort of stuff. You can just get straight into the point. You can like, hey,
I'm making breakfast.
What are you having?
Bacon.
Nice.
Eggs.
Nice.
Me
too.
What are you having?
Same. There you go.
Superquin?
Yep.
Every time.
Super value now.
But they've kept the Superquin.
Yeah.
They've had to.
But they've changed the recipe. There's definitely a value element to the recipe now.
That's almost slander. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
I don't know if this podcast has the financial backup to be able to cope with any kind of slander.
Are we sponsored by anybody?
Not yet, but okay. I think something's definitely coming in the pipeline. I can feel it. I mean, surely, whenever there's that big crowd out there who sponsor every single podcast. We'll not say who they are.
I don't know what they're. The name escapes me. Anyway,
but they'll be in touch.
Yeah,
they will be in touch.
Okay,
but I'll tell you what we'll do to start off with.
Let's
this is our first
professional. Yeah, from the start.
I think we're doing a good job. Okay. So
I think they'll be the judge of that.
Who are they?
Who knows? Maybe nobody.
It might be just our wives.
And probably will just be our wives and us.
That's my dog. Okay, so I think what we'll do is to help us. Because we're only new to this, we're not professionals in the podcasting world at all. We like to listen to podcasts.
We do.
We know what this should sound like. Mm-hmm. We have a fair idea what we're looking for.
I'd say so.
But just to give us a little bit of help, I found a thing on the internet here.
Okay, cool.
I just typed in, searched for podcast ideas.
Oh, right.
Or how to start your first podcast.
Okay.
So what I came across was...
Give it to me.
Mashable.com 7 tips for launching a successful podcast.
It's as easy as that.
You don't even need 10.
No.
7 is enough.
Top 7.
Top 7. Number 1.
Okay.
Choose a topic you're passionate about.
Okay. So we've obviously got a topic that we're passionate about.
Yeah. Super Quinn sausages.
No, photography.
Oh, photography.
Yeah.
Photography, technology.
Anything in the tech photography area is kind of right down our streets, I think.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah, and it actually said to do that before you hit record.
Okay.
So we did that.
We did. We made a plan.
So we're successful already.
At least 1 out of 7 is
1 out of
good.
7. Yeah, so that's good.
It's easier to get 1 out of 7.
Do you want to do the next one?
Than 3 out of 10.
Will we share this? Is this how it works?
Sure. Okay. So brand your podcast. Now that you've chosen your topic, it's time to start crafting your podcast. So just like creating a product or service, your podcast is its own brand. So brand your podcast starts with a good name.
Right.
So I
Will
think
we talk about the naming?
Yes. Definitely.
We've had a hard job naming this podcast.
It took at least a day.
Yeah, and to be honest, it probably could have taken 2 days.
And anything we came up with really wasn't that good.
As you've probably already witnessed.
Picture this, picture that.
Oh God, we had a lot of bad
Left of
ones.
frame, right of frame.
There was one called Cheese. Say Cheese.
There wasn't one called Say
That
Cheese.
was in the list.
Was it? Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't in my list.
I read
might
it
have
out
been
to
in your
D,
list.
and she goes, no. And so,
Okay.
yeah.
So, what did we go with in the end?
We went with Raw.
Raw.
Mainly for the...
Raw, the Dave and Paul podcast. Because we're going to keep it raw, and then
Raw
I guess
means
the raw
kind of, I
files.
guess, slightly rough around the edges.
Definitely.
You know, not too... Because you don't want it too polished.
No.
Nobody wants to hear anything that's too well crafted.
No.
There's a human element in, you know...
There's definitely a human element to where we're sitting right now, anyway. There's no doubt about that.
A human element to where we're sitting.
Well, where we are right now
Yeah.
is not exactly the professional studio.
No, it's
I can tell you.
not. No, we're basically in the empty living room of a house that Dee and I have bought.
Yeah, and there's nothing in it but
it's
damp.
echoey.
And it's damp.
It's not damp. How dare you?
Well,
That's
it's
not
dry.
damp.
Let's say it was damp.
They don't sound like damp walls.
No, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
It's dry. It's dry and it's warm, and that's the main thing.
It's got carpet. We came here for the carpet.
Yeah,
I thought that
gives
might
a bit
help
more
with soundproofing.
bass in our voice, I guess. So we've branded our podcast.
We've branded
it's raw,
the podcast,
and the
we've done
raw.
that.
Don't forget about the raw element of photography, the raw file.
Oh, raw. Yes, that was the
That
double
was kind
meaning.
of the
We
double
were
meaning.
thinking of kind of photography kind of names.
Yeah, so we brought that in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So over to you. That's
Next
two
one,
ticks, is it?
Two ticks.
That's two ticks. Okay.
Next one is format and structure. Will this be an audio or video podcast?
I would say definitely audio.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to look at
No.
us.
Who would watch this? Who would listen to this?
Maybe us, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's a small percentage that would listen to this. There's a smaller percentage that would watch it.
Yeah.
So we've went for the audio
only.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does say here, it's my belief that video podcasts have an easier time gaining traction.
Oh, great.
We could have had more traction. Traction's good.
Well, maybe we'll video the next one. No, I think audio is fine for now. If people want to listen to us, then that's fine. They don't want to go through the trouble of having to see us as well.
No.
Do you know what
Nobody
I
has
mean?
time to sit and watch this.
No.
I don't have time to watch anything.
Nah, you want to listen to this in your car at 12 o'clock at night when you're driving home from somewhere, or maybe if you're falling asleep, you want to fall asleep slowly.
Yeah.
Falling
Boo.
asleep.
That's not fair.
Sorry.
Okay, so the next...
Go back to sleep, it's fine.
The next... there's two parts to this, so
Okay.
we're not out of the
Oh,
woods
I'm
yet. So it's
sorry.
format and structure. So
Okay.
the structure part is... now we need to structure the show. Let's start with your schedule. Once a week, once a month, whatever schedule you choose, be sure to keep it consistent.
Okay. Well, we hope to I guess, do this every 2 weeks.
I'd say at least every 2 weeks.
Yeah. And if we get more than 5 listeners, we might do it every week.
Unless we start getting demands.
Oh, demands. Once you get popular, the demands start coming in. It's people are always the same.
They want more.
They just want more and more, and they just keep,
It'll be like a drug.
Oh, it's terrible.
This will eventually be like a drug.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what it's like when you're waiting for your favourite. I wonder will we ever be someone's favourite podcast?
Do you think we'll ever make the top 1,000 in iTunes?
Oh, I hope so.
Imagine that. That'd be amazing.
That's when the big money starts coming in.
Yeah, we'll get a sponsor then.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll be queuing at the door.
I think, to be honest, Yeah, okay. Right, and then finally,
Who knows
you
what
need
he
to
was gonna
choose,
say there?
finally at this point actually, you need to choose the length of your show. Well, time will tell, quite literally.
Yeah, we're at 10 minutes, so we're doing okay.
Is that 10 minutes
We're
already?
around 10 minutes, yeah.
Oh my goodness. It
I'd say
takes nothing
I'd
to
say
make a podcast,
yeah,
does it?
I'd say speed it up because people are getting bored.
This has been a breeze. Plan your content.
Okay, we have planned our content. We've done that. We were going to talk about making the podcast, and then we're going to review 2 little items.
Yeah, we actually have a piece of paper here, and that has...
we are so prepared.
That has a few things written down, and that is our plan.
Okay, you'll hear more
By the way,
about that
Paul,
soon.
sorry, I accidentally stepped in there to point
That's
4.
okay. You can
do 0.5 and
have
6.
we got 4 ticks?
You can do 0.5 and 6.
Okay, well, here's the next one. The next one is record, broadcast, and edit your podcasts. But what are we doing here?
We're recording.
Okay, well then there you go. Next box. Next point. I might edit that bit out.
Go to the next
Next point. There we go.
Next point.
Okay, the next one is, so it asks, hold on, it says broadcast on Skype. All of our shows start with a Skype video chat. No, we're not going to be doing that.
We're not doing any of that.
We can't even get the internet here, so.
I have never seen any podcast do that.
Then the next
This is a nonsense.
Okay, 0.6, the second last tick. We've already got 5 ticks, Dave.
Brilliant.
Out of 7, so we're doing pretty good. The second last one is grow your audience.
Wow.
Have a solid website. It's coming. And then build your community around your podcast. So what we need you to do, our one listener, if you're out there, is tell all your friends and get them to tell their friends and get them to listen.
Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
It's the same sort of thing, but we're not going to ask people to donate any money or anything.
Well, not yet.
We'll bring that in later when we get them addicted.
Yeah. So we could do what? Do you remember?
And sharing is great. Share the links.
Oh, yeah.
Share the podcast around. Tell everybody about it if you like it. That's if you like it. And that's it. That's 6 out of 7. And then here's the final one.
What did we lose a point on there? The Skype thing?
No, 6 out of 7.
Oh, right, okay.
So you have to read the 7th. You know, because we haven't done 7
okay, we
yet.
haven't done 7 yet. Okay, what's 7? It's 6 out of 6.
You're going to do that. Oh, 6 out of 7, because so far.
Okay, so 7 is last one?
7 is?
Monetize your podcast.
Oh.
I think we failed miserably on this one.
Yeah, well.
Just like starting a blog, starting a podcast should be about quality, authentic content.
Do you think
authentic
it's authentic
content first and monetize second?
Okay.
You can't have the latter without the former.
Yeah.
This is too complex. I don't know if we want to do this.
Nobody's gonna pay you if they don't want to listen to you. That's what it's.
There's a point that's outside of this. Actually, we haven't really monetized it, so we'll not worry about that. But there is the last one.
Okay.
It's external to the 7.
Okay.
And it just says have fun.
Oh. Okay.
So we can kind of.
Well, I'm enjoying it so far.
Get that as a little extra.
Yeah.
So there we are.
Okay, that's good. So
that's not bad.
That's our podcast. That's what we're going to do. We have some content planned, and we have 1 or 2 things planned to talk about today. And so what are we going to talk about, Dave?
Well, I guess we could just talk about. We'll try to keep. I think what we'll try to do is to keep the content. It's a good word, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Try to keep the content current, as in current to us.
Yes.
Current to what's going on.
Yeah. I agree.
So there's no point in telling you things that happened about us 5 years ago.
Unless they're really funny.
Yeah, unless it's a really funny story. But, so I think we'll just talk about what's going on recently with us. And we'll keep it photography related, will we, for the first episode?
Let's keep it photography related. Yeah,
we'll not get too deep, not get too heavy.
No, well, yeah.
Yeah. So
what's going on lately with you? What do you want to talk about first? We have one thing down here. We have the Phantom.
Oh, yeah.
The Phantom 4. So tell us about the Phantom 4.
Okay, so this is kind of not 100% photography related, but I guess it is because it takes pictures and things like that. This is more technology, I guess.
Yeah. But without a camera, it's pretty useless. It's just like a flying thing.
Yeah, flying toy.
Yeah.
So for a long time, I've wanted to have a Phantom. Phantom 4. For people who don't know what a Phantom 4 is, which is probably kind
Maybe
of unlikely.
you should explain.
It is a quadcopter or a drone, as some people like to call them. Mm-hmm. And made by DJI Innovations. Okay. It's very hard to say DJI.
Oh, it's DJ Innovations.
Oh yeah,
Is
probably
that what the I stands for?
Probably is DJ Innovations. I don't know what the DJ stands for.
This is the kind of thing we should probably know if we're
Nobody
kind of talking.
Nobody needs to know why it's called DJI.
No.
So anyway, DJI, and they make these kind of drones that are aimed at the everyday kind of person, the amateur.
Well, yes, probably the amateur.
More consumer.
I would say prosumer.
Prosumer.
Yeah,
okay.
Someone who's in between amateur and professional.
Yeah. So they have a Phantom. They had a Phantom 1, 2, 3, and now they're on Phantom 4, and it is unreal.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I bought one recently, and it is incredible. I love it. I take it out at every opportunity, the Phantom. And yeah, I've had it since around end of June, and I made a short little kind of
a little video recently,
just to kind of put together all the little best bits.
Yes, superb video, I have to say. You'll
brilliant.
see it on your Instagram account. Do you want to
I have it on my Instagram, and I have it on Vimeo.
What's your Instagram handle?
Dave McClelland. This is where it gets confusing, because I'm Dave McClelland on all the kind of social media kind of things.
Right.
Like that. And what else? Instagram? Twitter.
Facebook?
Tumblr. Is it different? I don't know what
Facebook is David McClelland, is it not? I always have trouble trying to
Facebook
find
is David McClelland Photography.
Yeah.
I never use my Facebook page. It's terrible. I should. I know
Facebook
it's not.
is so yesterday. It's gone.
Is it? What's new? What's today? Snapchat.
Snapchat is the new thing.
Are you on Snapchat?
Yeah.
Do you use it?
No, not right now.
Why not?
I guess I just haven't had the chance to really use it yet. But I will. I'm sure I will.
I like the idea of
Are we
Snapchat.
getting off topic now?
No. We'll dip in and out. I like the idea of Snapchat.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea.
Lots of people are using it now. It seems to be the newer thing for everybody to jump on. I'm always, when it comes to apps and hardware, I think I'm a slow adapter.
Are you?
I think you're like a quick adapter for when it comes to hardware changes or anything.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to software, I'm a new adapter. I'll adapt fast. Like I'll upgrade my operating systems.
You do.
My software pretty quick, and you always take a while to do that.
I do.
But when a new camera comes out, you've got it before it comes out sometimes.
A big part of me not updating software is because I live in an internet black hole.
Oh, I just really popped there. Sorry.
That's okay. You can pop.
I mean the mic. Yeah, an internet.
I do. I live in an internet black hole.
There's no doubt about that.
I live about 3 miles, maybe 2 and a bit miles from Kilkenny City, and that is a city, by the way.
I thought you were going to say in the Sahara Desert because
no. I live just outside the city.
Just outside the city, and you still can't get internet.
No,
it's more like dial-up, like the old system.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right.
So that makes everything quite difficult.
That makes you slow for upgrading your software,
and that is also, I think, one of the reasons that I don't get onto things like Snapchat as much.
Maybe so. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you're saving yourself a lot of wasted time.
Is it wasted?
Yeah, I think you can spend hours on social media and not realize, and then it can take up so much of your time, and you've really got nowhere.
You see,
unless you're specifically trying to target an audience for something, to get some sort of, I guess, business.
But isn't that what we're doing?
Yeah, but are you doing that on Snapchat? Are you really going to get business through Snapchat?
Have you ever had anybody contact you through Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
But Instagram shows off photography, shows off what we do. Snapchat, it's just me talking to a video.
Yeah, but people
on my own.
Like
my life
people.
just isn't that interesting.
People like people.
I guess so. Maybe I'm wrong.
And they'd go,
maybe I'm wrong.
"Oh, he's walking his dog. I like a dog walker. Oh, would you shoot my wedding?
Would you shoot my wedding because you walk dogs and I walk dogs too?
You never
I don't
know.
care about your photos, but I like the fact that you walk dogs.
Oh, I like that you walk dog, and I had a quick look at your photos, and they're nice.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But no, I like the concept of it. I think it's a good concept, but I just don't have the. Oh, it's not that I don't have the time, because I do have the time. I just kind of find myself going, "Oh, is this too boring?"
With Snapchat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's a lot.
Maybe you just don't. Maybe nobody follows you, or you don't follow enough.
I have
interesting
very few.
Well, this is the time
followers.
to get more followers. Now, here it is. Here's
Grow
your
our
opportunity.
audience.
What, ladies and gentlemen, Dave McClelland's Snapchat is.
Yeah.
That's your problem. You don't know it.
I think it's just Dave McClelland.
Well, there
That's
you go.
the good thing about being an early adopter. You get the username that you want.
So if this podcast goes out there and we get like 50 listeners and you get 50 followers on Snapchat straight away, you know then it's working.
Yeah.
Or that actually people are listening to this.
Yeah.
So that
Now,
would be good.
I will say, don't be getting your hopes up.
No.
For a lot of snapping.
And if it does happen, it happens very slowly because there's no internet. So
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
So that's the Snapchatty thing.
thing.
The Phantom is just superb.
It is. If you check out your Instagram, the video you did on Instagram with all the different shots of the different venues you've been in the past little while is pretty cool. Really,
yeah, it is.
It's made me want to buy one. I haven't got one yet, but I will get one at some point.
Yeah.
I'm holding out for other stuff, but we can talk about
that. What are
later.
you holding out for?
Well, other cameras that are coming out soon, but I think we should talk about that on another podcast.
No, it's okay. We can talk about whatever we want. This is our show.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm holding out for the Canon Mark IV, and that's going to cost the bulk of because I'll probably need two, so that's going to cost me money. So I'm holding out for that, and that is apparently going to be launched next month, according to CanonRumors.com. Who tend to be quite accurate with their rumor posts. There's a lot more material being leaked at the moment, and there is apparently some new cameras being registered. Canon have registered some new serial numbers, which is something I think they have to do. And this was spotted and posted online recently, so they say it's going to be announced next month, which will be kind of cool.
What you will find happen is that all of a sudden one day you're going to go on and there's going to be a photographer who's done a review, an in-depth 10-page review. You don't get 10 pages anymore on the internet. You just get scroll on forever.
10 wheelie scrolls.
10 full wheel
flicks
scrolls.
Of the finger, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to get a long, big 10,000 word, and you're going to go, it's not fair. They had that camera for ages.
I know. So if you're
How
out
do you
there,
get affiliated? You should be an affiliate. You should be an affiliated.
I am a Canon man all my life.
You are. If you cut through your veins.
I won't mention the Nikon that I shoot with as well.
Canon and Nikon.
Anyway, but I am Canon. I have always been a Canon man, and I'm holding out for a hero. I'm holding out for a Canon
hero.
A Canon hero till the end of the night. Yeah. So I'm hoping that Mark IV will have everything it has. The rumors are it's going to have touchscreen, it's going to have GPS, it's going to have Wi-Fi.
What do you need GPS for?
Lots of people, like landscape photographers or wildlife photographers, like to mark the place where they took the shot.
But you don't need GPS.
I don't need it. No.
Touchscreens.
It's cool. It's been great on other cameras that I've used, like the Fuji X70, which is something we're going to come on to next.
Oh, nice.
So we leave the
segue.
Canon there until we hear more about it, and we can come back and talk more about that again.
Obviously, you're under contract by Canon. You can't say too much.
I can't say a thing. I can't tell you anything.
Have you already said too much?
Canon don't even know I exist. Okay. So the next thing I think we're going to talk about, we've talked about the Phantom, which is
did we talk about the Phantom really?
Well,
maybe I should just
gone off topic. So
I'll say what. But that's because I'm interested in what you have to say.
Well, tell us a bit more about the Phantom before we move on.
Okay. Well, the reason I got the Phantom was because I had a Phantom 1 years ago.
You did.
And but I didn't have a gimbal.
Yeah.
And the gimbal is what keeps the images steady when you're taking video. Now, I don't take a lot of video. But to be honest, it's the fun part of it really is seeing the video from a Phantom.
Yeah.
So I always kind of needed better equipment, and then it was put off for a while. I was getting married, put it off for that, save some money.
Yeah.
And then
the Phantom 3 came out, and we were both looking at the Phantom 3 for a while, thinking, we should get a Phantom 3.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
And then other things got in the way of
that. And then suddenly...
the time was right.
Suddenly, just before Birmingham this year, we went to Birmingham, the photography show.
Yeah.
They released the Phantom 4.
Yeah.
And it looked amazing. It looked incredible.
So it has collision detection. It has tracking features where you can just drag a square around any object, like a cow in a field. When I track that cow,
don't move very fast.
They don't move very fast. Sorry, somebody had to make that joke. There's only two of us right now. But you can track it. You can drag it around a car or anything, and it will just follow it really smoothly and everything. So it's great from that perspective. But it's small. You could stick it in a backpack, take off the propellers, stick it in a backpack, away you go. And it's fantastic. So I can't wait to kind of use it in more ways. I don't know about using it commercially yet because there's laws and stuff.
Well, you need to have a license and insurance if you're going to fly it around people or anything.
I think
like
you
that.
do, yeah.
I think there's a lot of videographers out there who are using them who have gone through the licensing thing, and who have bought
insurance. Costs a lot of money,
and it costs a bit of money, but it's probably worth it.
I would say it's worth it. You can get a few jobs. It's good. So you never know.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
Yeah. So you can fly it. You can track people. It has collision detection. It also has live video feed. You can watch the video
in HD. It has sports mode.
Oh, the sports mode is so good. It's so fast.
It goes like 75 kilometers an hour. It's very fast.
You can't see the thing, but you can hear it. And then it'll just come back at like lightning speeds.
It's incredibly
insane.
fast.
It's really good. Really, really good.
Return to home functions and all.
Yes.
To be honest,
Lands
the
itself,
old
GPS functions, all that sort of stuff. So
the old Phantom had all that stuff, but this just has it more.
Roughly, what's the price? You paid $1,399.
I think so. Yeah.
And that you bought directly from DJI.com.
Bought it directly from DJI. It sounds like we're getting sponsored by them now, but we're not.
Well, you never know if we say enough good things about them. So the X70.
Yeah, the X70.
That's the next thing. The Fujifilm X70.
Why did you buy one?
Well, I just needed a walk-around camera, something that I could put in my pocket and take photos with. And I was on the fence for a while because the X70 is one of the first, I guess, Fuji cameras from the X series that doesn't have a viewfinder. And I'm a viewfinder kind of guy. So I think that's what took me a while to kind of be sold on it. I think I looked at a couple of reviews online, and I don't know when was I finally convinced. I think it was the what's that guy's name that we always...
Kevin Mullins?
Well, Kevin is one. He did a great review on it. Kevin Mullins, he's a Fuji X photographer.
Fuji X photographer, yeah. Who was the other review then? Jonas Rask?
No, you know the other guy who reviews lots of the Olympus ones. And
Huff.
The Huff photo.
Steve Huff.
I think it was his review that kind of got me then as well.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not really. He is normally. He's not normally pro Fuji.
He loved the X70 though.
Did he?
Yeah. So that sold me on it, and I guess the different angles that you use when you have the flip out screen kind of got me, and the fact that I needed something just for a walk around, just for putting in the pocket, just for taking photos.
Small.
And I tell you, I shot the other day with it, and it was superb, absolutely superb. I'm going to put some photos on Tumblr soon.
We'll have to include that stuff in the show notes.
We'll include that in the show notes from this episode. But yeah, it was that was a truck going by. In case you're wondering what that noise was.
Could you hear that?
I'd say so. So yeah, it's a great little camera. The files are incredible. The sensor, I think, is the same sensor they put in the 100XT.
X100T.
Oh, I always get that wrong. The X100T.
X100T.
There you go. Well, so the same sensor, and it's very fast, and it's great to focus, and it's a superb little camera. The video is okay.
I haven't played any video on that.
Yeah,
the video. I tell you what,
okay,
what's annoying about the video.
You're going to buy for video.
The button is hard to press.
The button is very hard to press. It's like they don't want you to use the video.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels that way when you press it. You're like, I'm just going to turn this video on. And then when you turn it on, the camera's kind of like, God, you have to record video, really?
Yeah.
Could you not just take a couple of photos?
So
I don't think it really wants you to take video. I've taken a few videos and they're nice, and when you switch it onto auto, it does autofocus. I just discovered that the other day. I thought it didn't actually autofocus. I thought you had to manual focus, but it does track particular subjects and will autofocus based on that. So it's pretty cool. But it's not a video camera. It's not really for video. And if you're going to video, you want to buy something different. Maybe even the Olympus OM.
Oh yeah, the Olympus
EM1
EM series is amazing.
Was a class video camera. It had a built-in 4-axis stabilizer, so front, back, side, shake, all that sort of stuff, and it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant for videoing and following and tracking subjects and autofocusing and manual focusing and all that sort of stuff. So the X70 isn't great for that, but I tell you, the files from the X70 are gorgeous.
Yeah, amazing.
Absolutely
Fuji
gorgeous.
files are beautiful. Tell me this, were you shooting in RAW or JPEG?
I was shooting in both. I shot some in JPEG using the classic Chrome, which came out lovely, which were really nice, but you got to nail your exposures, obviously. Which is something us photographers always do.
You always nail your exposure. It's one thing you're known for.
Why would you not nail your exposure?
Tell me this, why did you shoot in JPEG and RAW?
To see the files, to see what they were like.
Okay.
And I definitely would only shoot really in RAW because it just gives you that little bit more. And then I like to shoot sometimes with it in black and white because you can see your contrasts much better and it allows you to kind of see the light a little better.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, shooting in RAW is the best way on that camera, and then you can edit them afterwards. And that's something I did the other day, and it was really, really nice. Some really nice files. Really.
So
sharp.
overall, you love the camera.
I think it's a great little camera. It's a superb little camera for, a photographer who wants to have something on the go that's capable, or even a family kind of camera or that sort of thing. It's perfect for that. Holidays, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing. It has a little, I think it's a 24 mil equivalent, is it? 22?
No, 23, I think it's 27.
23.
I think it's 27 mil.
Okay, 27, and it's f2.8.
It's the same,
Up to
f16. What's the word I'm looking for?
Focal length?
Focal length? Yeah, same focal length as like an iPhone.
Yeah, okay.
So it's that kind of focal length.
Yeah, it's quite wide, but it does have an automatic feature where you can go 35 and 50.
Only in JPEG mode.
Only in JPEG mode. Is that why it won't work in
That's why it
RAW
wouldn't
mode?
work that day I was trying.
Now we figured something out live. That's amazing. That was brilliant.
There you go. Is that insightful?
Yeah, what about you? How are you finding it? Dave bought
I like
one
it.
as well.
I like it. I haven't used it as much from a personal point of view yet, but I think that's maybe because I've just been doing so many weddings recently.
Yeah.
So I haven't really taken a lot of personal stuff.
Weddings, right? You've tried.
I've brought it to every wedding since I've had it, and I've used it at every wedding.
That's what I like about it. You can put it at like hip level, flip the screen up, and you can shoot shots at hip level, and capture some bits and pieces, candids, really quietly and nice.
But you see, there's
good street cameras.
There's two sides to that, though.
To the screen.
No, to the shooting it like discreetly.
And the metal side of the screen.
No, to the method of shooting. People go, oh yeah, it's good. It's a good camera to shoot, kind of quietly and discreetly because
but then
you're not looking through a viewfinder. But I think that sometimes makes you look a bit. Like people go, oh, what's he doing? Yeah. So I'll tell you the one thing that I do love about it. Okay. So aside from the fact that as we just talked about there, it being discreet and things like that, is that little tilt screen allows you to just stick it out at arm's length and put it through. Like, say for example, there was one day, the very first wedding that I used it at, there was a couple of the bride had a couple of kids and they were down on the ground playing, and I was able to just put it down under a table and get a good shot. Okay. Using the zone focusing, it's got that zone focus, continuous zone focusing, so you can focus on an area.
On an area rather than an exact point.
Exactly, rather than an exact,
superb,
focal point or whatever. So it's good for that. It's really, really good for that. Okay. I love that little aspect, and the fact that it's just so small is great. So yeah, I've used it at every single wedding. And
there's quite good dials on it as well for just dialing up and down your exposure and changing your shutter speed and stuff like that as well. One thing I find a little bit weird about it or a little bit, I guess, bad about it is its battery life. I find it goes quite quickly when you're shooting a lot with it. The only thing I'll say about it is that you can charge it pretty much anywhere because it charges via micro USB, which is
do you think that's a good thing?
Really cool. Yes, I've charged it in my car a few times already on the way to somewhere. So it's brilliant.
You just have a battery charger.
Yeah, but you can get a battery charger as well. That's the thing. But you can actually charge it like directly into your 12-volt port.
That is true.
Car. So
that's true.
Superb.
I have actually charged it with my mobile. The one of those power banks.
Yeah, a little power bank mobile charger.
Yeah, I've charged it with one of those.
Superb. So that is a great point, and I guess you'll need to do that a little bit because the battery life can be I guess, not great because it's a small battery and the screen is always on. Because you've no viewfinder, you have to have the screen on all the time. So that's going to take a bit of...
That's kind of a wee bit. Yeah. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's a small kind of point.
I think what's it retail at? €600.
699.
699, is it? Okay. And then if you're so
and then you get it on Amazon.
If you can get it on Amazon, you can get it a bit cheaper on Amazon.
Yeah,
we're gonna get so much sponsorship. It's great.
We get sponsorship from Amazon. We get
DJI.
sponsorship from DJI.
Fuji, maybe.
Fuji,
or maybe none.
And that other big one.
What's the other big one? The big
one
guys.
We
don't want to mention.
Yeah, because they'll get their moment in the sun.
They will get their moment, but they're going to have to pay for it.
Pay big. And there's two of us. If you're doing a podcast on your own, say if this was just the Paul show.
Yeah, wouldn't be that great though.
Would you get half of what you get if it's the Dave and Paul show?
No, I'd probably get it all. Now I've got to share
That's
it with
true, you get it all.
Wait, maybe we'll split it 60-40. Would that be all right?
Why would it be 60-40?
Because I would do this on my own. If I was doing this on my own, I'd be getting 100%, but I'm doing it with you. So I'll give you 40%.
If I was doing it on my own, I'd be getting 100%.
Yeah, but...
This is not a good way to start off a relationship, a podcast relationship. You're trying to get greedy.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, because if I was doing this on my own, I'd be getting everything, and now I have to share it with you. It's not really fair. It's okay. I'll do 50-50. I'm just kidding.
That's a life lesson. We're going to do a high five here. I don't know how this will affect sound.
Yeah, it sounded really lame.
That was actually not a bad high five.
There we go. That's much better.
Oh, that was right in their ears.
Sorry, guys. That would have woke someone up if they were asleep listening to this.
And guys and girls.
I hope so.
Or do you have to? The girls expect that.
Guys is a term for everyone.
It is.
It's a guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey dudes.
It's not like a. It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to. We're not going to get into that.
No,
we're not that. Yeah,
we're not. We see everybody the same.
Yes, we do. We absolutely do. Let's see where we're going to go from here, will we? Well, what are we going to do from here?
Well, I think have we just discussed everything we want to discuss? I think we've tired our listeners out. If that's what you want to. If that's what you're asking. I think, is this a good enough, a long enough time to talk for?
40 minutes?
And also to listen to?
I hope so.
I mean, what's the average podcast length?
I'd say it's about 40 minutes to an hour.
I wonder, are people going to play this at 2x?
Oh, I hope not.
Or 1.5x?
Maybe we should talk really fast so that if they play it at 2x, then they'll
just be absolutely unbearable. There's absolutely no way that anybody can listen to this podcast at 2 times speed.
But what we should do is actually slow it down so that when they listen at X2, we'll sound just normal.
Then they'll have to listen at X3.
Yeah.
The thing is, we don't have to go to the effort of slowing this up and slowing this down. You can do all this in post.
Yeah, and I'm not even going to listen to this again. Oh, I'll have to listen to it because I'm going to edit.
Just to kind of equal out the levels. There's going to be a little bit of production.
We'll add something to make it a little bit. It sounds like at least we've put some effort into it.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
I think production values, they're going to get better.
Yes,
they're definitely going to get better.
They are going to get better.
This is our first one. You have to kind of
give us time, guys.
Give us a bit of slack.
Give us a break, will you? Come on. We're trying.
We're trying our best. This actually is our best. If you could see us right now, we are listening. We are sitting.
We should take a picture and post it.
We are sitting on 2 camping chairs in an empty room,
and there's drink holders in the camping chairs, and there's not even drinks in.
There's no drinks in there.
This is terrible.
What have you got? What are you drinking?
I'm water.
And me too. Are you drinking in one of those bottles with a filter? Yeah.
So am I. I've got a bubble. You want to hear it?
What's that called? No, Paul, don't need to do that.
Oh, sorry, I got my phone. Sorry about this.
It's very low budget levels here. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Imagine what it's going to be like.
Low budget, but professional quality. It's like paying for some Chinese rip-off, but actually getting the real thing. It's incredible. That's exactly what this is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what the weird thing is? You only have to download this. You don't have to do anything else. You just download it and it's free.
This is almost the equivalent of, whenever...
In fact, what you should do is just download it episode by... You don't even have to listen if you don't want to. Just download it so at least we get some sort of like at least we feel someone's listening.
Yeah.
And it's worth our time.
This is almost like the equivalent of, when someone comes into work and they go, "Oh, it's a nice outfit. Where'd you get that?"
Yeah.
And they go, "Pennies." They go, "It looks high class, but yet it's very low cost."
Yeah, but it's still...
We are the equivalent of pennies.
I just like to say, pennies have still got great stuff.
I'm trying to get more sponsors.
I know, yeah. I'm doing a wedding for someone who works for pennies, so I'm not going to... I can't diss pennies.
We're not dissing pennies.
No.
That's a compliment to
pennies. It's a compliment.
It looks high class, affordable.
And they have great pajamas, because my kids wear pennies pajamas all the time. There you go.
It sounds like you're apologising, but...
No, I'm not. I think pennies are great.
There we go, pennies.
Pennies. Got a whole lot of things for
Better
Christmas.
Value every time.
Got a lot for the family.
And stuns.
Yeah, you just mixed them up. Pennies. Every little helps.
That's the other one.
Oh, God, shit. I don't know. Let's just move on from there.
Yeah.
I hope that... Oh.
That's a lorry going past.
You see,
we're sitting in a house that's kind of right next to a main road. Yeah. But anyway, I think we've waffled.
I think we've waffled enough
for quite a lot. Maybe we should call this podcast Waffle. That was on the list.
The raw waffle. Well, it is raw.
Raw waffle.
Well, we hope you enjoyed listening to us today. Thanks for downloading. Thanks for listening.
Oh, here, maybe we should say about where can people find out more about you, Paul?
Okay. I was just closing up the podcast there, so I'll reopen it again.
See, this will take time for us to find our, to learn when to not talk when the other person's talking.
Yeah, I'm good at that. Dave is terrible for interrupting.
Oh, well, we will let the recording speak for itself, Paul.
Okay.
Excellent.
Fine.
Go for it.
Okay.
Continue.
Paul is my name. Anyway, you can find us at mhphoto.ie, so it's Motel Photography, and...
No, are we doing all of yours in one go, or over to me now?
Are we doing... Oh, I'm sorry, we're doing everything.
Tell me about where people can find it. mhphoto.ie and Twitter?
Motel Photo.
Instagram?
Motel Photo.
Snapchat?
Motel Photo.
What else is out there?
Tumblr,
the best.
motel.tumblr.com.
What do you put on your Tumblr?
Just at the moment, on that Tumblr, it's just wedding pics. I do have another Tumblr. I can't remember the name of it now.
Oh, that's very poor.
Well, it's normally just there on a bookmark. I'll find it out, and I'll if we do a second episode, I'll put it in the second episode.
If we're going to record it directly after this.
Oh God!
Now that we're in the flow,
I'm so bored already.
Think of how the listener.
I'm just kidding.
Think of how the listener feels.
So okay, and that's where you can find me, Paul, and then Dave. Twitter.
Dave McClelland.
Facebook. That's what you forgot.
Facebook.
I'm Motel Photo for Facebook as well. So Dave, Twitter.
Dave McClelland.
Facebook.
David McClelland Photography.
Oh God. Okay. Tumblr.
David McClelland Photography.
.tumblr.com.
Well, it's actually www.tumblr.com/David McClelland Photography.
No, it's David McClelland Photography.tumblr.com.
No, I can check it right
Oh,
now.
it's changed. Okay. So we'll move on. Instagram.
Dave McClelland.
And Snapchat.
Dave McClelland, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and by the next podcast, we should have an email address and URL for our website.
Oh, Paul, you were right about the Tumblr address.
Thank you.
It's just David McClelland Photography, all one word, .tumblr.com.
I actually know more about you.
I haven't updated my Tumblr in quite a while, but what I will say is that there's a lot of content on there.
There's a lot of content there. It's going to take you a while to get through all that anyway, so it's best if you don't update it for a little while, really.
It's going to be several scrolls of the wheel of the mouse.
Sounds good. Okay, so is that us finished for today?
I think that's us finished.
That's great.
Expect the next podcast to be in around 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to try and post these every second Tuesday on iTunes and possibly on Acast. And then for the next one, we'll have our URL and we'll have an email address.
Oh, and we maybe should say that. Do we have to say like what date it is, or does that matter?
No.
I suppose on the podcast it's going to say this was published.
This is episode 1 of the Dave and Paul podcast, the Raw podcast. And it's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from him.
We can't steal that. That's terrible.
No, we can't. Well, you started it.
Okay, sorry. So
goodbye. We'll just end with goodbye.
Okay. So long.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.